to at Rachelle Rogers, a YouTube channel where we take news topics, celebrity or otherwise, and we discuss them through two views. One through a physical view and the other through a spiritual view. And so what I want to talk about today is this new trend, so to speak, of people wanting to identify as handicapped. Now, the medical term for this is body integrity identity disorder, but it is being rebranded as Transableism. So they are calling it Transableism, so that way it would be easier for people that are identifying as handicapped to go to a physician and ask the physician to aid them in making themselves paralyzed, deaf, blind, whatever they feel that their handicap is truly supposed to be. So some years ago, there was a woman in North Carolina, and she said that all her life she felt like she was supposed to have been blind. And when she was a young girl, said she used to stare at the sun for long hours when she found out that doing that would damage her eyesight. And so she even went as far as to learn Braille, so that one day she said she would want to be blind, so she learned how to read Braille. So her family put her into therapy, right? And they diagnosed her with this disorder, this body integrity identity disorder. And the physician, the doctor who was giving her the therapy and treating her for this disorder, apparently he felt that it would be in her best interest to help her become blind. So he ended up pouring a cleaning solution, like, Drano or whatever it was, in her eyes in order to help her become blind. And then she said once that didn't work, even though it was so painful, because after, all the pain went away, and I guess, all the side effects from having cleaning fluid solution poured in your eyes went away, she could still see. And so that she was very depressed and very sad about it, right? So then he went with her to the doctor and advocated for her in order to have the doctor surgically blind her. And it happened. And so now apparently she is living happily ever after as a blind woman. She married a blind man. He was blind, naturally, but she's married to a blind man and she's just the happiest ever, right? So now recently there's a man in Norway, and he says that he is identifying as a handicapped, paralyzed female. So right now he lives his life in a wheelchair, even though he's still able-bodied, he can still walk and everything, but he says that he feels like he's supposed to be a paralyzed female. And he wants doctors to snap his spinal cord so that way he can become paralyzed, okay? Now, because he's already living as a woman, he's a transgender woman, so she wants the doctor to snip her spinal cord so that way she can be a paralyzed female, because she said that all her life she's identified as a paralyzed female. All right, so from a physical lens, this is a mental disorder, like a serious mental disorder. And these individuals, they do need treatment, right? And I would hope that the treatment that they will receive would not be the same type of treatment that the lady in North Carolina got, where the physician kind of feeds into the disorder and aids the people into cutting off limbs and destroying their hearing, on purpose, right? I mean, the girl, she said she's the happiest she's ever been now that she's blind. I mean, who am I to say she's not? I mean, I say it all the time. We do have free will. I mean, and that's what she wanted to do with her free will. She wanted to make herself blind. I mean, hey, it ain't hurting me none. I mean, I'm not the one that has to help her out and drive her around and do all this and that. So, truth be told, it really ain't got much to do with me. But if I had a family member that did that to themselves, and then they want me to turn around, and then they want me to turn around and start helping them do stuff, I wouldn't do it. I mean, because it's like, look, you did this to yourself. What? Nothing wrong with you. You don't want to run around here talking about something. You want to be blind. You want to be paralyzed. Then you go get a doctor to paralyze you. Now you want somebody to be running all these errands for you. I don't think so. You should have thought about that before you ran and had your spinal cord split open, right? So that's what I would say on a physical standpoint, worldly standpoint. Now, from a spiritual standpoint, this is just nothing but confusion. Confusion is of the devil. When people are confused, the devil is able to run amok and just lead people straight down the path of self-destruction, right? Which is, in my opinion, what's happening right now. So, like I said, you don't even have to watch the news every day or be in tune to see how confusion can cause some people to like really go to the extreme on things and not in a positive direction, in the negative direction. So that's my spiritual take on it, that this is just an example of major confusion, the enemy's number one tactic, and I guess it's working, and that's why he's still using it. So all I have to say is, please do not be deceived when you see things that don't make sense. Sit down, try to, ask for some kind of divine guidance. You know what I mean? And especially if you are a believer in Christ, go to prayer. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Lord to show you and give you clarity. You know what I mean? So that way you won't lose your mind. So that's all I have for today. I appreciate everybody for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? I really would appreciate that. And for those of you that have subscribed and have been watching, thank you so much. And those of you, if you are watching but have not subscribed, I would ask you to please do. And I will see you on the next go round. Bye-bye.